Hi, in this video we'll talk about the evolution of live-action Quicksilver, both the X-Men films version and the MCU/Avengers one. So we'll start with the X-Men one, played by Evan Peters, throughout the course of 3 films. Here we are showing you his 5 main outfits, and we'll go into their details in a second. So we start with his first outfit, the one used in the Pentagon prison break in Days of Future Past. He wears a metallic silver jacket and Pink Floyd t-shirt underneath. There's also this awesome 70s stereo belt around his waist for all that pop music he's so into. Next we have the outfit during the explosion of the X-Mansion in X-Men Apocalypse. He's got a new silver jacket as well as a Rush moving pictures tour t-shirt underneath. And then at the second half of the Apocalypse film, he puts on an X-Men flight suit matching the other members of the X-Men. These suits were designed for flight capable of withstanding extreme G-forces. And then at the very end of the Apocalypse film, we get to see Quicksilver in his first 2X uniform during the training room session with all the other X-Men, each one with a colourful new personalised comic accurate X uniform. Moving on, we have Quicksilver's second on-screen X uniform as seen in Dark Phoenix. Now, for some unknown reason, in the 90s the X-Men are wearing plain matching uniforms instead of the ones we got before. We see Quicksilver in action during the space mission and for about 2 seconds against Jean Grey before the plot required him to go away, since he's basically an OP character. So those were his 5 main outfits, and we've also got a couple bonus t-shirts we see him wearing, continuing his trend of referencing the pop culture of his era. In Apocalypse we see him in his room wearing a $6 Million Man shirt, and in that extremely brief cameo in Deadpool 2, he's got a Nirvana shirt on. Moving on, we've got the alternate live-action Quicksilver of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so far only shown in one movie, Avengers Age of Ultron, and these are his 4 main outfits that we'll talk. First, during the Avengers attack on the Sokovia Hydra base, we see him in a Hummel Atlantic zip jacket, basically conforming to the Eastern Europe stereotype trash look with the tracksuit. And then at Klaus base in Africa, we see him in a long blue sleeved jersey with a pair of Puma Trinomic XT1 Plus running shoes. In Seoul, South Korea, he's back in a tracksuit, a twin striped black track jacket this time. And at the final battle back in Sokovia at Novigrad, he wears this Under Armour compression tee coupled with a pair of Adidas Adizero Prime Boost running shoes, all taken from the Avengers Tower earlier, and he dies anyway. So those were the outfits worn by the MCU Quicksilver. Moving on, we've got several extra outfits for the 2 Quicksilvers. Relating to the subject of prison, X-Men's Quicksilver had this prison guard disguise in Days of Future Past during the Pentagon prison break, while the MCU Quicksilver was sort of a prisoner himself, or a test subject of Hydra. And together with his twin sister, MCU Quicksilver was an active political protester in Sokovia before he got his powers. On the other hand, X-Men Quicksilver also has an interesting story, where in the original timeline he was known to have broken 8 world records in a track and field competition. This sparked controversy, leading to a ban on athletes carrying the X gene from competing in professional sports, which is rather fair if you think about it. Okay, so relating to the subject of little sisters, both Quicksilvers have them. X-Men Quicksilver has an unnamed young half-sister who we see watching TV with him in Days of Future Past, while MCU Quicksilver has his twin Wanda Maximoff, also known as Scarlet Witch. And for your information, Wanda also supposedly exists in the X-Men film universe, as she was sort of mentioned in the Rogue cut of Days of Future Past. Regarding eating habits, Quicksilver is shown to snack regularly, probably as a way to compensate his extremely high metabolism and high energy expenditure. And as a bonus fact, did you know that both Quicksilver actors starred together in the film Kick-Ass as lame wannabe superheroes? Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kick-Ass and Evan Peters as his friend, who in the second movie becomes Ass Kicker. So it's sort of like their dreams really did come true, becoming real superheroes. And here are just some basic scene comparisons of both of them running at high speed and performing high speed attacks in bullet time. And here we see them taking stuff that aren't theirs. Quicksilver taking a cap from Cop and the other one taking Thor's hammer. And both of them can perceive bullets moving in slow motion, although that still didn't work out well for MCU Quicksilver. We should note that there is a possible return of Quicksilver to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so although he is dead, the MCU still goes on, and Quicksilver's twin sister Wanda is getting her own show with Vision in the Disney Plus series WandaVision, which is set to also tie in with Doctor Strange's second film, Multiverse of Madness. So it is rumored that Quicksilver might make an appearance again through some reality warping events or existence in an alternate universe, who knows. Also, there is potential for the appearance of a Quicksilver-like character, Speed, who is the son of Wanda and Vision from the comics, who has super speed like his uncle. As a bonus, we are showing you some concept art of Quicksilver from the films. So here we have Quicksilver from Days of Future Past. So concept artist Henry Fong shared some of his designs here. So we see Evan Peters' shaggy silvery hair that hasn't changed much. And the stereo belt, however, could have looked a lot quirkier with custom colors and stickers all over. And here we have MCU Quicksilver's concept art from Avengers Age of Ultron. We see that those blue streaks produced as he ran, almost like an aura surrounding him with a glistening trail effect. And we see the artist playing around with the designs a bit. We see him in his sporty look, switching between a sweater or shirt. People often make comparisons between Quicksilver and the Flash, both iconic speedsters from their respective universes of Marvel and DC. One is a mutant who gained his superpowers naturally, while the other is a metahuman who gained his powers in a freak accident. Also, both characters recently have had two live-action versions of themselves appearing around the same time. We mentioned the X-Men films and MCU versions of Quicksilver, while The Flash has the DC Extended Universe film version and the Arrowverse DC TV Universe version appearing at the same time. So that's pretty much the end of our video. Make sure you comment on which Quicksilver do you like the most, the MCU or X-Men version, and which outfit do you like the most. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and goodbye. Thank you for watching.